Good morning, traders. To everyone on YouTube and Discord, glad you can make it this morning. Seen a couple of bouncers this morning, nothing really that good. RDHL moving pennies. Of course, if you're a penny stock player, you're probably happy that happened. But you couldn't buy it yet because it was not in our market time. That's usually the case. Every now and then they run up before we can trade. Good morning to everyone. If it's your first time here, welcome home. When the market opens, we'll be watching this volume spike column. This is going to let us know the moment a stock starts moving, you will see this bullish or bearish pop up. This momentum indicator is looking back 30 minutes for any stock that's been moving over the last 30 minutes. It gives them a score. If they're moving just a little, they'll get a low score. The more they move, the higher the score. Once we see them moving over here on the volume spike, we click on them and take a look at them on the chart. And we make our decision to buy or not. Good-eyed Dusty, that's the way you look for them, the ones that give you the most money. Those pennies don't really pay off. I kind of miss calling your names out each morning, but man, the list is getting so big, we may have a name calling session instead of trading. So when I say good morning, it's to everyone. Yesterday we had like 230. I like it too, Chad, but it's getting too long. So just know that you're welcome here. We have about 1 minute to go. Good luck with your trading. We'll be watching for volume spikes in this column. Choose wisely. Make sure your chart's on EXT or you will not get your trades executed. That would be in your active trader. Let's see what happens here. Not seeing any numbers moving. A SST from yesterday is continuing, it looks like. I'm not jumping in on that one. I play more than penny stocks, and it'll probably go to $10. That's because I'm not in it. I'm just joking. EBS making a little move here. That one's paying nickels to every number. 240, 250. Actually, it's paying dimes. Come on now, did it tease us before market open with a couple of runners and then nothing's going to run when it's our turn? RNA making a small move. Really needs to break this high over here. ESGL taking off. Nothing seems to really have any good strength this morning. So far, no continuations, couple of teases. CARM just now popping in. Bunch of teasers so far, nothing continuing. The SPY is coming down. That may be the culprit. SVRE, a cheaper stock, 60 cents, 60.77. No, that's 0.6077. No continuation. RNA still struggling to get through 757. It looks promising. I'm looking at the sellers are outnumbering the buyers down here on the Dominator. So be careful with it. They are taking over now, the buyers. Looks promising. I don't know how far it'll go, though. It's too cheap for me. I think I'm going to stay clear. I think it's going to pull back here soon. See if the buyers can keep up. I see the sellers are right there with them. If you look down here at the Dominator. Having that battle down here. Buyers, sellers over buyers currently. If you're new here, the red line is the sellers. This is actual volume in the line chart. The sellers are the red line, the buyers are the green line. And they're not really sellers and buyers. It's volume going up with high vol. It's price going up with high volume or price going down with high volume. I call it buyers and sellers just so you can recognize what they are. So this is selling volume and the green one is buying volume. They may get it up there to $2. Not without a battle. Would have been nice if this seller volume would have stayed down here somewhere. Buyers are still pretty strong here. They're trying to push it up. They're not giving up. Neither are the sellers. They're not giving up either. Martina, there was an updated version that came out on Thanksgiving that corrected that issue. If you haven't gotten it yet, it's over in TOS scripts down near the bottom. We did get it working 100%. Looking like the sellers dominated that one. RNA did break through. While we were watching the other one, I should have been watching that one as well. Yeah, it's very low volume. But that means they won't hit you with a red candle as well. But you're right, I don't trust them either when they're too low like that. Somebody comes in with a big sell order and wipes it all out. Looking good though. Seeing a lot more buyers than sellers. You can tell that right here now without looking at level 2. Good morning to everyone just popping in. SMX trying to pull back here. A little late on it. It's going to have to break this high right here. If it can get through there, through this resistance and come back and touch it as support and run up, that's when I would take a shot at it. It's kind of responding like everything else this morning, a battle between the sellers and the buyers, with the sellers winning. Please mute your microphones for me. Breaks my concentration if I have to go mute your mic because I've got to search you down first. It don't give me any time to trade if I'm chasing microphones. Once again, please mute your microphones. The little icon down on the bottom left, click on it and make a red line go across it. Continuing to run up. The buyers do have control of this stock under low volume. Looks like it might be a good one to take a risk on, or it could be too late as well. But it is slowly creeping. It's only up 42%. Still going up on low volume. I hope some of you are in it. I know we don't buy green candles, but these green candles may be worth buying. Yeah, you got to be really careful on these stocks. When it's low volume, if somebody sells a whole bunch of shares, they'll wipe out that low volume in an instant. But we're sitting here watching it for 60 cents since that last pullback. The temptation is there, or was there. Still going. I bet if I click the buy button, it goes down. How much you want to bet? You already lost, Robert. If I would have clicked it when I said that, look what's happening. That's what low volume would do for you. You never know. It just takes one seller to bring it down. Tribe, are you set up to sell and buy for pre-market? There is a technique to it. You have to have TIF selected and in your active trader, and you have to select EXT for extended hours. If you don't know how to do that, go to how-to videos in Discord. Look for pre-market setup. Good job, Dusty. See, Dusty took a chance. Next time I'll give my money to you, Dusty, and let you play. I'll talk, you earn the money. How about that? That's mighty nice of you, Dusty. I do things like that as well. You are welcome, Stephen. Stephen, you do know that you can come here and make money every morning, right? We don't play games, we look for activity. Or at least we try to. This was a money maker. I wouldn't say it was a real secure one. The volume was very low, but it did go up. I think my arrows are a little bit too big as well. Let me lower them down a little bit. While I'm sitting here waiting on the next one. Guess I better not turn my head. It looks like they're starting to fire up again. Another penny stock moving. WHLR. Big red candle on a penny stock. That's why I don't play them. You are welcome, Gordon. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough in a few minutes, let you know what we got going on. HKD popping up here for $5.72. It's also low volume, so be careful. That one seller can knock it out. Got to always pay attention to this current bar volume right here. If it's not ticking away and rising with high volume flow, you have a high risk. You'll be watching me occasionally make some adjustments up here. I'm trying to fine tune these tools, these new ones, see what I can do to get a better response out of them. Just so you know, I wasn't happy with the results of the pullback strategy yesterday. I'll be changing numbers around on that one today as well. Hopefully I can get it fine-tuned a little bit better than what it is now. WHLR, that same penny stock from this morning, moving up a little bit. WHLR only moving a half a penny a number, not real impressive. However, it is moving up, nothing else is. Habanero, I actually created those last night. I was going to get rid of the RVOL column to give me space in the watch list, but it's not working in pre-market. Right next to it, the black spot, that's the RVOL. Trying to eliminate this column here, but it's not a pre-market data. You notice these numbers aren't moving either. So probably don't even need this column for pre-market. Or maybe the volume's just too slow and I don't see the numbers moving. If it works out, I'll move this over to the TOS scripts. It's actually the true range of a stock. So let's say that a stock moves $1 up and down all day long. It would have an ATR of 1. If it moves up and down $2 all day long, it would have an ATR of 2. So it's the true trading range of the price from low to high. All right, if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder of about 15 years. And I code my own indicators. That's what kept me in the market through hard times. And as you can see now, they're still performing and we're still in hard times. Not as hard as it was, but it's getting a little bit better. So my first creation was this volume spike indicator. I figured out how to subtract the sellers and the buyer volume out of the total volume. So what you see is if the price volume is going up and the price is going up, then we're going to list it as bullish or bearish. So the moment a stock starts moving, this column fires up and lets us know, hey, here's a green candle or here's a red one. It's pretty quick to post the numbers. It's instant almost. Once this fires up, we look over at the chart to see if it's a good stock to buy or sell. Out of this indicator came this momentum indicator. This one is looking back 30 minutes for any stock that's moving. If it moves the slightest, it's going to get a low number. If it's moving a lot, it's going to climb up the ladder and get a higher number as it climbs. So this is also the same script as this one, just formatted in a different way. Then I took this script and came over to here and I created a pullback strategy. These green arrows are also that volume spike to let you know that the volume is increasing and the price is rising. These two lines are the 5 and the 13 EMA. We look for a crossover. We look for these arrows to come in. We make our decision to buy or sell. We're also monitoring this first candle right here. It says bullish. It will also say bearish if that candle is bearish. And I'm watching WHLR take off as I'm doing this. So down here, we're monitoring the entire volume of the stock. This is the current candle volume, which is this candle. Let you know how many shares are being traded in that candle. We want to look for a high number in this current volume bar. The higher the number, the easier it is to get in and out, and the more traders are involved in that stock. Over here, we're monitoring the entire volume for buyers or sellers. Which one through the entire volume is greater? Are the buyers greater or are the sellers? Currently, the sellers are greater in the overall volume. But we got to the point where we couldn't keep these numbers in our head and we didn't know who was greater overall. So I created this indicator, which is called Dominator. This is actually volume. Instead of the bars going up and down, we now have two lines, which are buyers and sellers, which are buying volume and selling volume. Whichever one is greater, it's going to put a line on the chart to let you know. You can see here the buyers dominated the sellers as the price was rising. So this is a different way to look at volume and a great way to look at it, in my opinion. So never trade off of my screen. Sometimes I'm delayed. YouTube is not the perfect platform. It's a good one, but sometimes we have issues, and my streams can be delayed up to minutes, and sometimes I even have to restart. So don't trade off of my screen. You can get all of these files for free on our Discord. In the description of every YouTube video, you'll find a link to that Discord. All of these indicators are launched on YouTube, so make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let me get you the link here. Once you subscribe to YouTube and I release a new indicator, you will be notified there first. On YouTube, I have numerous videos. Watch them, learn, watch everything being born. Watch the old ones and the new ones. They're all important. They all contain valuable information. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the videos, comment on the videos. It helps me keep my ratings up. That's the only place that I make a few dollars other than our Patreon, which is voluntary. So when you comment on the videos, it lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. It also lets me know that I'm doing a good job. Over in our Discord, you'll find these indicators over in current setup. If you're new to Discord, head over to Start Here, and it'll walk you through what you need to do, where you need to start, where you can get help, where the videos are, where the scripts are, where the scans are, etc. Also visit our trading floor where we have Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks, posting them throughout the day. I even sit there with them and post a few of my own when I got time. Over in Options Trader, we have It's Me Bob. He's the king of options over there. Pay attention to what he has to say. He also holds a live stream whenever he has enough participants. He had a good crowd last night. I think he maxed out Discord. And he'll take you a little bit deeper in the options. I appreciate you joining us this morning as we wait for the next stock to pop up. Enjoy your coffee while we wait, or your lunch, or your dinner. Depends on where you are. Could you mute your microphones, please? You're welcome, Julian. I live stream every morning from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Then I call it quits and get some work done. Most time I'll sit here for another hour, try to get some trades in, but usually I'm too late. I need to catch them in the pre-market. So while I was talking, this is what I call a pullback. If these candles were not here, I would have marked the high of that green candle. I would have marked the low of this red one. And normally we play the run back up to the resistance line. So this would be support. This is resistance. It's been very accurate for us to trade that way. We've nailed quite a few pullbacks. I'm talking a lot compared to what we did not hit. They've always worked out for us. Sometimes it's not a whole lot of money. You may pick up 10 or 20 cents here. Sometimes you could pick up $60 like we did a while back. It just all depends on how the stocks are running that day. WLDS, no volume. RNA's just kind of floating around here after that first run up. This was a very low volume stock. Most of us did not play it. But it did give a run over $1 on low volume. Julian, the volume is not a number, a specific number. It's volume is how I like to look at it. When I say volume, I'm talking lots of shares moving. It's not that it's 1,000 shares every minute or 2,000 shares every minute. It's that these numbers are really ticking fast and people are coming in. So it's not a specific number. It's that it has great volume flow. And pre-market stocks usually don't have any volume until news comes out or until a group jumps on them and starts buying them. So you can't base pre-market on what number should the volume be. because it goes from 0 to millions. I think RNA is just teasing you right now. You can see over here the volume is decreasing. The lines are angling down. So down here is low volume. Up here on the indicator is high volume. If they're rising like back here, then the volume is increasing. Then it leveled off. Now the volume is decreasing, but the buyers are still ahead of the sellers. I can just about assure you, if you come here for at least 30 days, you won't have any questions. You might even have a few bucks in your pocket. Just have to participate, watch what's going on, listen to me repeat myself like that green parrot, that annoying green parrot. It's over and over and over. You will eventually get it because I say it over and over and over. I even get my brain trained that way. It keeps my memory fresh when I repeat it to you. So we're all learning here. You just have to give it time. Trading is not something you just do. You have to have knowledge of what's going on. You have to know what to look for. It's not a video game. It's your hard-earned dollars. You better know what's going on before you click that button. We simplify it a lot, but that does not mean it's simple. You still have to know something about the market. Another cheaper penny stock on the move here. You can see the buyers coming in down here in the volume. You can see the buyers slacking off. No one out there is presenting data like we're presenting it here. If they are, they probably got it from here. I do know there's a couple of websites, got a couple of the indicators and changed the name and the words, and I guess they think they secretly created it on their own. But we all know where it comes from. Yeah, I know a guy that's got this label here, the buyers and sellers, and he called it this or that. I guess he tried to hide it from me. No, sir, you cannot pick her. You know, when I decided to give all this stuff away, I knew people would take it and start using it and calling it their own. And I'm okay with that. I just want to help people. That's all I care about. I don't care what they do with it. I mean, the courteous thing to do would be, hey, I got this over from here. But no, they want to make it seem like it's theirs. But I'm good. It's okay. I don't really care. What I do care about is you making money. And that's working out just fine. GOEV making a bump up here for 34 cents. It seems to be a penny stock morning, but they're even not really going very high. You cannot, James L. Doesn't work in pre-market, and in fact, it barely works in market open. On demand's not the greatest thing unless you can get it to work. Sometimes I've got to keep changing stock symbols to get it to run. I didn't have that issue till recently. Worked fine last night, did not work the night before. But I found if you keep changing the symbol, all of a sudden it turns on. So if you're unaware of what I'm doing here, I'm giving away all of this information, all of these indicators. I saw a bunch of struggling investors. I want to get the word out, share my knowledge, help everybody become profitable. And you can do the same thing, refer people over to us. The more investors we have, that's the more people looking at the same stock, the more shares being traded on the same stock, which also affects the stock price. Once we get large enough and everybody's screen pops up with the same stock, you have a lot better chance of making money. So the bigger we get, the more powerful we get. And that's a good thing. Thank you, KP. I also want to thank our Patreon members. We get a few every day. It's voluntary. If I've done you some good and you feel like you want to contribute, you can do it over on Patreon. It's over on our Discord. It helps me keep pushing it out there for free. Helps me add things as we need it. Pays me a little bit for my time creating these indicators. So every contribution helps. I'm not demanding it. I don't require it. It's strictly voluntary. And I want to thank everyone who's done it for me. And we do have some imposters on Discord. We don't sell anything. We don't approach you to join anything. So if someone does so, and they usually do it with my name and my emblem, and it's hard for you to tell if it's me or not. But rest assured, I will never confront you to say, hey, come try this or buy this. It's not me. Just click them off. Don't participate in their conversation. If you participate, they're going to stay here and hit other people. So don't respond. That's the best way to get rid of them. That's what I'm also told. If you don't respond, they go away. So don't fall for the scammers. I can't control them. They're coming from the outside. They're actually not members. They are hacked in, and then they duplicate the owner of the Discord. Thank you, Norman. Good morning, Bob. It's 7 o'clock. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen here at the top of the hour. I'm watching the list. Maybe some news will come out here in the next minute or so. And we'll see another runner running. A runner running. There's the refresh. Let's see what we got here. We got ICCM, and we have EFTR. That one's 67 cents. The other one is $1. Let's go with the dollar one and see what happens. This one's moving 10 cents between the numbers. Be careful here. Watch these indicators. Watch these volume numbers. That may be the slight pullback before the next bump up. I'd like to see it pull down to about here. Looks like we've actually played this stock before. It already has support and resistance line. I just put this one in. So that means we're at a high currently. There goes the bump. Buyers are coming in. So what you see here is the buyers came in. We were notified first. Then other investors found it and they say, hey, look at this. And then they come in and they start buying it. And we try to catch it right when, just before they come in. So you were able to get a dime out of this so far, if you had fast fingers, that is. Still got a chance to grab it. Almost 20 cents on here. We're from 99 and we did spike up to $1.17. There's that $1.20. Well, there's that $1.20. So that was a 20-cent bump on a $1 stock for 20% profit if you captured it all. Even if you made 10%, that's more you're going to make anywhere else. Still going. So if you're scalping, I would be out. We don't hold anything long-term here. You could miss the next dollar, so you use your own judgment, but if I were scalping, I would be out. Maybe you're braver than me. That's correct, Bob. It's done played out in my book. It's going to start pulling back, I think. Good deal, habanero. The only bad part about a new one is you got to start over and set everything up again, but it's worth it. I have a new one. Mine's about a year old now. See, I was screaming, get out. I was right. We're scalpers. We're not long-term holders. We don't even hold for 5 minutes if we don't have to. Quick money. If you bought 1,000 shares of this, you made about $150 to $200. If any changes are made, I always put out a notice to everyone. So no changes were made. Yeah, but it's not released. It's not even working right now, if you notice. That's why it's not released. I don't put anything out there unless it's working. I don't think ATR works in pre-market, though. I'm finding out. So 7 o'clock gave us 20 cents. Didn't give me nothing. I didn't buy it. So the top of the hour is always profitable. Well, not always, because sometimes we don't have any news at 7 o'clock. Maybe having a teaser bounce here. You can see the sellers are right there with the buyers. Probably won't go far. So you can see this stock went from probably zero volume to 2 million shares traded. So let me give everybody a reminder. This volume spike indicator, it should be the same as mine, but if it's not, you can right-click on the name, edit formula, Make sure these two lines are 0.0. On the Momo scanner, right-click on it, go to Edit Formula, and make sure that this extended hours box is checked. I uploaded it checked, but it unchecks the box when you upload it because that's a setting that has to be done manually. That's the only thing you should have to do. Robert, that's going to be a ThinkorSwim setting. What you're going to do is hit this gear icon right here. You're going to go to favorite time. Well, that's the wrong one. You're going to go to time axis. You're going to uncheck this box that says keep time zoom. Then you're going to go back and set your screen up like you like it. Then you're going to come back here and check it to keep the time zoom like you put it. Then you're going to apply it and click OK. Now I'm missing trades here, trying to walk people through setting up. So if you have any support questions, do me a favor, take them over to support in Discord. I want to make some money too, and if I'm distracted, I can't. I miss them. Can someone check my delay? Anybody have a seconds on their clock and can compare it to my seconds on the time? I'm showing a delay. I don't know how big it is. That's not bad. That's good. 4 seconds is not bad. That's why that clock is there, so you can check how delayed I am. And that's also why I want you to trade off of your own computer. Make sure you're set up and trading off of your platform, not mine. ICCM making a move here, needs to break the high of the body of these candles. This would have been the pullback here. Not a big gainer. Well, I guess it was. There was 30 cents, 15 cents right here. So if we break through resistance and turn around and retest it, it may go up for a little more. That's providing we break through. And breaking through means this candle needs to close above the resistance line. And it did not. Yeah, they're having a battle. So you can't gather information about volume without these lines. This tells you the true story of what's actually going on in the volume. Need that candle to close above, and it failed. I mean, it did close above it, but immediately was rejected. So we may be playing within this channel here. There is 15 cents in this channel. If this red candle comes down to support, it may bounce back up to resistance. I've seen them bounce between the lines all day long. If there's enough money between them, you can play the same stock multiple times. We are down at support. Howard, there is a way to add this section of this label to your watch list, but you got to remember this is buyers and seller volume. It's not just because it's green doesn't mean it's all green volume. So it probably won't do you much good if you don't know if it's up or down. So let's see if we get that 15 cents here. Let's see if we bounce back up to resistance. Or does it just float along support? It is holding support. I got to give it credit. We may get a bump up here. Waiting on that green line to turn up. It did a little bit. Be nice if the red one turned down. See a spike arrow trying to come in. Buyers are outnumbering the sellers, or trying to. Actually, ain't enough to move the line yet, though. I think it's going to struggle. It may just sit there, float around the support level. You can see the buyers are buying up what they're selling. That's what this wick is on the bottom. So the buyers are trying to keep it up. It probably is, JC. I was just kind of pointing out that between support and resistance lines that the price can bounce around between here multiple times. I don't think it's over. I think it will eventually go up. I just don't know when. You'd have to watch it. Trying to get back up there to support already. So if you're new here and you don't know how to read price action, let's just take this one candle. It was once green all the way up to here. Then the sellers came in, and that's what this wick is. This is the sellers driving it back down to here. This candle was green all the way up to here. The sellers came in and drove it all the way down. So wicks on the top are sellers driving the price back down. What you really want to see are wicks on the bottom. So if this was a red candle and you see a wick on the bottom, that's the buyers buying up what they're selling and trying to drive the price back up. Very important to know this information, because you can watch each candle and determine which direction it's going. Everything means something on this chart. You probably don't have this line, but I do. This is just the 34 EMA. I put on there as a trend indicator. So overall, this stock is trending up. Some people use the 50, some people use the 100, some people use the 200, some people use VWAP. I use the 34 because I'm a scalper and it gives me a quicker response. And this is just manually inserted. You can see it right here. Under Edit Studies, right here's the moving average 34. It has nothing to do with V4. I just manually added it. It all depends on each trader, what you prefer. And sometimes I even use the 21 because if you're scalping, you're looking for fast stuff, not slow stuff. If you're just looking for overall, maybe the 200 works. Andy, that is the 5 and the 13. Those two indicators are best for scalping. You want a quick crossover and you want a quick exit. But I never wait till it crosses back below. I always take profit on the greatest run up and get out. Don't wait on a red arrow. I don't wait on anything. If I've got enough profit, I'm out. I don't care what I leave behind. The whole point is stay green. If I get in and I'm wrong, as soon as I see a red candle developing, I just get out because I called my entry wrong. If you're going to trade with large share size like I do, you better be quick. Yeah, don't even think about it. If it doesn't look like it's going your way, get out. It doesn't matter you wasted a trade. At least you didn't waste hundreds of dollars on a loss. If it's wrong, just get out. It doesn't matter if you got out and it went up. It's going to happen. I've got out many times and the stock went up to where I thought it was going to go. But because I had doubts, I got out. I protected my account. There'll be another stock and I'll try again. Dusty, that's very true. And thanks for the reminder. I probably need to change mine. Of course, I'm on a laptop. I can always grab the pad and get out of it. You're welcome, Trading Pennies. You learn all this by losing money. But you can learn it without losing money if you just pay attention. I took the loss for you. Look at it that way. I'm trying to tell you the best way to do scalping. Am I 100% accurate? No, but I know what I'm doing. Am I always right? No, I'm not. I did take a lot of the guessing out before all these indicators. I had to guess if there was going to be another green candle, and I'm sure you did too. Now I quit guessing. Now I know what's going on. Doesn't mean it's going to work out in my favor, but at least I know what's going on. Can't do that, Roth. You can't have emotional feelings when you're trading, especially scalping. You're either wrong or right. Just stay calm, get in or stay in or get out. When you let emotions start playing a role, that's when you lose the money. Oh, I'm going to get it back. I promise. I think it's going to go back up. And then here you are, $200-$300 in the hole. If you planned your entry right, the next candle should be green. Trading's not easy. Keep that thought. And when you bring emotions into it, it's even harder. Glad I could help you, Roth. Just remember, I went through everything that you're going through. I lost a lot of money learning up to where I am today. I've earned a lot more money than I've lost. And that's what you should do. Cut your losses. I think if you focus more on not losing and don't worry about how much you're going to make, you'll be more successful. Thank you, Kenny. Stefan, you got a lot of support questions. You need to take them over to Discord for me. I don't try to do support while I'm doing a live stream. We're all trying to make money. If it's a simple support question, I'll answer you. But when I've got to dig into what you've done wrong or what's going wrong, it's going to take time, and I don't want to do that here. So everybody helps out with support. It doesn't necessarily have to be me responding to you. Once you learn, you'll probably be answering support questions as well. Everyone pitches in. Everybody's helping everybody. I can't run this whole thing by myself. It takes volunteers. And that's always a blessing. We have lots of good people on board. Ganjo, the V6 has one extra coding script to it, and that was mainly for the options traders. But you can use V4 or V6. They're basically the same except for that one line of code. They both perform the same way. You're going to get an extra arrow on V6. I think on V6, what I did is when a stock is channeling like this sideways, it's going to give you a prediction of which way the price will break out, either up or down with a yellow arrow before you get a green one. So the options traders kind of wanted to know which way is it going to break out, so they could buy the option or sell the option a little bit sooner. Good morning, everybody who's just popping in. Thank you for joining us. Andy, I'm not an options trader, so I don't know, but from what I hear, V6 is a really good indicator for options. So they must like what I've done, or they would let me know. And I expect everyone to let me know if there's an issue or they don't quite understand one of these indicators. I coded them all. I have the answers. So I don't like releasing them too soon, like to put them through the test. I know I've been saying I want to release the pullback indicator if it works good today, but I'm not happy with the results, so it may not happen today. I have to make sure it's really fine-tuned, just like these indicators. If it's not really fine-tuned, I don't feel comfortable passing it out. So just bear with me. There could be some delays. We're in the slow part. Go get your coffee, fill your cup, get seconds on lunch or dinner, depending on where you are. Get up, stretch your legs, look out the window, rest your eyeballs. We had quite a bit of activity this morning. Alec gets over in TOS scripts. It's been there quite a long time. You have to really read each line because sometimes I don't put the title right at the first few words. But just look for V6 in the descriptions. So are we having a 7-minute delay? Can somebody else please check again? We need to make sure that we're all looking at the same thing when it's happening. Check my delay again. Installer Pro is saying we're 7 minutes behind. Installer Pro, it must be you. 7 seconds, not 7 minutes. Yeah, it's going to vary from state to state. So we're good. We've seen some really high delays over the last several months. One of them one morning was so high I almost called the stream an end. Can't really hold the stream. If you're not seeing on your computer what I'm showing in the live stream, then it's useless. Lots of red coming in up here. That's why we trade off of our own computers. Don't trade off of my live stream. 7 seconds could cost you $200. Don't risk it. Good point, Skits. What Skits is saying is make sure this bar here is slid over all the way to the right, or you will have a bigger delay. Yeah, I didn't post that earlier, did I? If you haven't joined our Discord, I kind of felt like I was leaving something out. I didn't know what it was. So thank you for that. Here's the Discord channel. We'd love to have you on board. Come learn with us, make some money, drink some coffee, get rid of your emotions. Watch what we do here. It's very important. Good morning, Jim. So if you're new here at 8 o'clock, I always take a 10-minute break. 8 o'clock seems to be the slowest part of trading session between pre-market and market open. So at 8 o'clock, I'll disappear for 10 minutes, then I'll come back in about 8:25 We will set up for market open. Well, JC, if it's going to run, it'll be when I'm on break, that's for sure. Not looking too promising right now. We're down below the 34. Another penny stock on the move here. Thank you, JC. I never had any real good success playing penny stocks. That's why I don't trade them. I really like prices above $5. Seems to be an easier profit on the higher price stocks. Good morning, SB. HT, never seen it up here on the scans. That's probably why. EDBL making a little bump here. Will it follow through? That's the question. Got really slow after 7 o'clock. I'll take a look at HNRA. Not on the scan. It's not on my scans. It might be on your scans. Need a pullback here if we can get one. I'd like to see it come down about here. Buyers are very strong. We may not get much of a pullback before the next run up. I can see the sellers starting to come in. Well, they were. So will we get that pullback or not is the question. There's where I wanted it, right there. That candle needs to close. Not going to get the pullback. Going to get some more run up. Would have been a good entry still down here. I wasn't satisfied with it. Nice bump up. Thank you, Inbound, for that post. Still not on my scans. I'm going to say that's a Schwab thing. I don't know what's going on here, but I just blacked out. ThinkorSwim automatically closed on its own. Can you believe that? Now I've got to open it back up. That's twice that has happened in the last 2 weeks. Right? Just think if I was in a trade and that happened. It's trying to load. Now I don't know if I should trust it with a trade. That's disturbing. Actually, that's not even the right setup. What's going on here? All right, if that's going to happen to me, it could probably happen to you also. So be careful. Have a backup. Use your phone or whatever. Gonna take me a few minutes here to get lined back up. Where was we? HNRA. Some really weird stuff happening. Can you guys hear me? Did I lose the stream as well? All right, am I back? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but I'm on Discord and there's a message that says the stream has ended. Cricket noise.
Yeah, I lost everything. First, my ThinkorSwim closed automatically, and then the stream froze. I'm working on it. Let me see where I can get here. So is the stream working now on Discord?
No, he just has a message that says the stream has ended.
All right, I'm going to restart it. Be patient with me. I got to get back going here. I don't know what's going on. ThinkorSwim closed automatically. The stream shut down. My computer was fine. Bringing Discord back up. Do you have a stream on Discord?
Yes, now it's working.
All right, we're back on. Thank you. So did this affect everyone on YouTube? Did you guys also get shut down? Well, I can't fix the clock. I did not reboot, but all of a sudden my ThinkorSwim shut down automatically. Then the YouTube stream shut down automatically, as if someone was controlling the internet. And if it shut down a lot of you guys on YouTube, then I know it wasn't just me. Okay, so y'all were fine. It was just on my end. Yeah, that isn't that crazy. Why is the clock not moving? Well, I'm not worried about the clock. Let's continue on. The clock will probably take a reboot of my entire system. We don't have time for that. I'm looking at HNRA moving. I'm not going to play it now. I was going to play the pullback on it, but that's over. Probably had something to do with this stock not showing up on my scans as well. Because now it's here. Yeah, that does happen occasionally. Haven't had any issues with this fiber. Best thing I ever did was get rid of Xfinity. Brought fiber right into the server. No copper wires. Over a gig upload speed, so we should be fine as far as a connection. HNRA still moving. Sure glad I didn't click the buy button. I would have been freaking out because I probably would have bought 3,000 or 4,000 shares. Of course, I'd have been in the money when I got back, but it's the freaking out before I got back that would have got me. Not going to chase it now. It's not worth it. It's not worth the loss. Yeah, last I remember was that's not the pullback I want to see, and everything went black. I guess that was the biggest pullback. And AOV is up here on the chart. Look at that red candle, would you? That's why you don't just jump in on green candles right there. What I call a real pump and dump. Good morning, Vaughn. That's why you don't chase green candles. Take this as a lesson. If you would have jumped in on this stock when I first clicked on it, this is where you would be currently. Always wait on pullbacks. Martina, did the red candle get you, or you got out with a profit? That's pretty nasty. This ought to be against the rules. Ah, that's good news to me that you didn't get stung by it. Now, how do you trust something like that to go from here to there in one tick? Spells danger. All right, I'll take my break here. Thanks for the reminder. I'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, I am back. Hate it when that stuff like that happens. ThinkorSwim closing itself. I have other programs open. They didn't close. So it wasn't computer related. Now I'm wondering if I should even get in a trade. Looks like CMND is either a merger offer or a stock split. Not much happening at the moment. Waiting on that bell to ring. About 5 minutes, I'll change over the scans. Already changed over high flyers. It's down here. Going to get ThinkorSwim running on my phone as well, just in case I get into a trade and it shuts down. That way I have a way to get out. We'll go ahead and put the all stock scan up here. Actually, I'm going to put the 50-minute up here. It did good yesterday. I'll be monitoring the pullback in the background. I'm going to say HNRA is the stock to watch at open. It made a nice run up. It's holding this price level. Malik, I haven't uploaded it to TOS scripts yet. I don't even know if it's going to work. The numbers aren't moving. Pat, I'm aware of that. I had a shutdown earlier. I don't know what caused it. ThinkorSwim closed automatically. I lost a YouTube live stream. Nothing to do with my computer, something to do with the internet. And when I came back up, the clock was frozen. That will take a total reboot of the entire system. I don't have time to do that in a live stream. I don't know why the clock is frozen. Got about 2.5 minutes to go. We'll be watching this volume spike column. We'll be watching for pullbacks. I don't chase green candles at market open. I've learned my lesson a long time ago. I will be waiting on pullbacks. Even if this stock takes off and runs up to 340, 350, I will wait on a pullback. But it may go right into a halt as well. Be aware of that. I always use the 10% rule. So within 30 cents, this stock, if it opens around this price, it will go into a halt around 30 cents higher. $10 rule is a good thing to go by if you don't want to get stuck in a halt. And sometimes they don't halt, sometimes they just run. Make sure you're active traders on day and not EXT. About 1 minute to go. $15 seconds. Good luck to you. Be careful on your trades. If I see a pullback on this stock, HNRA, I will mark it out with support and resistance levels. Good luck. The SPY is moving up. Watching this indicator down here as well. I'm watching for buyers. Watching for bullish up here. See the buyers coming in, but the sellers are right with them. SPY is still going up. I'm liking the buyers here. I'm seeing a bearish candle, a bearish arrow, and candle. Now bullish. SPY is now pulling back. Please mute your microphones for me, please. We are getting a run up a little bit. I'll zoom in a little more. Buyers are coming in. Let's see if we get a pullback here. Nice volume on this stock. It may just run up from here. Let's see. There's a pullback. I need to get this candle to close down here somewhere. Hopefully it don't just sell off. It did close. We should get a bounce up. This would be your entry down here. Wait for confirmation. It'll probably break through that resistance level if they pull it up. I'm going to take a small position here and see what happens. Not liking the price action here. I'm going to bail. $34 loss, no big deal. That's how you cut your losses short. Onward through the fog. So if I would have hung on, I would have got my profit, but I pulled out because I did not like the price action. But that's okay. It took too long to get there. It was not promising. But we did get the pullback play back up to resistance. No biggie. It'll probably run on up now. ADB, expensive stock. Tough pickings this morning. SPY is coming down. HNRA is just bouncing around. Like everything is just bouncing around. Yeah, it may be going, but in my book, for a stock this cheap, it's too late. It may pull back from here. Really hard to chase the right one at market open. You have so many choices. There's no way to monitor all of them unless you get lucky and land on the right one. A lot of candle wicks on the top. Sellers are laying back off of this stock. Volume is nice. Nice bump up. Another nice run up. Probably going to go into a halt. And it did. Watching level 2, all of a sudden a big buyer came in at 31,000. And my ThinkorSwim just shut down again. No trades for me today. I'm not going to risk it. I've got to boot back up. YouTube still running. Just ThinkorSwim bugs I'm facing. This is why I don't want you trading off of my screen. It doesn't happen very often, but it's happening today. Getting ridiculous on my end. So, guys, I'm going to do a complete shutdown. Give me about 5 minutes. I should be back. I'm going to reboot. I don't have any choice. Trade off your own computer. I shall return shortly. All right, I should be back. I'm working on Discord now. Man, talk about a concentration breaker. This is it. This did it in for me this morning. Clock is running now. I know, it's just, I just don't know about Windows. I really don't. I never had this issue over on my Linux servers. I actually have a laptop running on Linux. I never have issues with it. Was going to bring Linux to this server, to this laptop, but the laptop is too new. It's running hardware that Linux can't run, so I can't change over. So my concentration is broke for this morning. I'm having to click the same symbol on each chart, even though they're all the color coded together. When I click on one stock, it should highlight on all watch list. And I just had to click on each one. It's definitely a ThinkorSwim issue. Trading pennies, I agree. Windows 7 was the best one. They actually still run that in the hospitals. Well, my apology for the shutdowns, but it was out of my control. Nothing I could do. I cannot get 3 of my scans to load up. Even if I hit scan refresh, it does not refresh. There's no stocks in them. One of them just clicked in. Upload and download speeds over a gig. It's not the connection. MRAI moving up a little bit here. Yeah, but for how long will that clock work? Well, it's been working fine for months. Why today? I haven't changed anything. Same setup, no new programs, no nothing. HNRA and a pullback here if he can get above 333. Good job, Keith. If you were stuck in that halt, I would definitely be out. It's okay to leave some on the table. You got yours. Good job, Michael. Good job, Installer Pro. While y'all were in stocks, I was fighting this mess I got going on over here. Good job, Michael. Starting to calm down now. The SPY is down since open. It's not real powerful, probably holding everything back, except for the few that ran up. This SWTX came off of the pullback scan. It picked it up right here. Just testing to see where it's going. It's very low volume. Going to move the volume up on that scan. Starting to quiet down now. Finally, all my scans have kicked in. I apologize for not getting there with you right at market open, but you know the issues I'm facing. Hopefully, we'll get past them today. I definitely have some weird stuff going on over here. I ran a scan, the pullback scan, manually. It has 5 stocks. Over in the watch list for that scan, I have 30. Something is definitely corrupt. So it's probably a good thing I don't tell you what I see because I could be wrong. Good morning, Melanie. That was a pullback stock. Off of the pullback scan that I'm testing. I'm going to continue testing here. That looks good. It's a cheap stock, though. Nothing I would play, but I'm just checking functionality. That's also a pullback. I wouldn't call it a pullback, though. This is what I've got to investigate right here. Or Or maybe it knows more than I know. I think the market overall is holding everything back at this point, getting into that dead zone it is after 9 o'clock. Yesterday it was pretty active till about 9:30 when I signed off. This morning, not so much. I think they pretty much came back on Monday. A lot of them don't leave right on Sunday because they know all the flights are jam packed and they wait till Monday to return. But today's Tuesday. Most of them should be back already. See you later, Gordon. Have a blessed day. I'm going to continue testing here. This was low volume stock, but it did pick up the pullback right here on this red candle. It did go up a little bit, 15 cents or so. Actually 30 now. That's a nice run. Maybe I'm on to something here with these settings. Melanie, no excuse needed. You could be right. Maybe they can take longer holidays than us. Who knows? Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. You as well. I'll be signing off here in about 8 minutes. I appreciate everyone who joined us this morning. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, please do so. Our YouTube channel has all of the videos, old ones and the new ones. Watch the videos on YouTube and make sure that you learn from them, because that's what they're there for. Everyone contains a little bit of information to help you along your journey of trading. So watch the old ones and the new ones. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where I earn a little bit of money for giving this stuff away. Your support always helps. Comment on the videos. Let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing over here. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing by reading your comments. In the description of every YouTube video, you'll find a link to our Discord. Over in Discord, you can find all of these files. You can meet 2,000 other investors that are over there. Not all of them are trading. Some of them are learning. Some of them are chatting. Some of them are trading. But come on over and meet a bunch of friendly traders. They're all there for your support to help you get your trading journey underway. If you want these files, they're located in current setup. You can find all the information on Discord if you head to Start Here first. Start Here will tell you what you need to do to get these files, how to install them, where to go after you've installed them, where support is. And I appreciate everyone who joined this morning, and I'll be signing off here in about 5 minutes. I apologize for all of the technical issues I faced this morning. They were beyond my control. I'm going to hit the log files when I sign off here and see what crashed. Haven't had that happen before, not in that extreme, so I'll need to try to figure it out. I'm going to continue working on a pullback scan, see if I can get it fine-tuned. I want to get it released to you, but I'm not going to release it unless I know it's doing the right thing. So may take more than today. Hopefully sometime this week I can get it out there for you. I'm testing it on different time levels, different settings, different volume. I'm trying to fine-tune it to see what works best. Once I get it as best as I can, then I'll release it. So be patient, give me time, I'll get it going. Thanks to all our Patreon subscribers for supporting the channel. It's always fun to do this with every one of you. I enjoy it. I'm sure you're enjoying it too. You're learning something. I'm learning something by repeating it to myself. It keeps my mind fresh at all times. Hopefully we don't have these issues tomorrow. We probably won't. This is probably a rare instance. Stocks go up, my computer crashes. That's normal, right? I'm glad to see some of you made some profit this morning. I'm sure there's more profits to come. So come here each morning, watch these live streams, learn with us, drink your coffee, eat your lunch or your dinner. We'll try to take you to the top. You're all professional traders, you just don't know it yet. Just need to get this system underneath your belt and you'll be good to go. And you're welcome to every one of you. And as always, have a blessed day. I'll hang in here for a few more minutes. Don, we probably could have if I wouldn't have crashed. I've got multiple scans running over here. I usually pick them up. And you can find all them scans on Discord. I've uploaded every one that I use. To me, out of all the scans we have, I really think this High Flyers is better than most of them. Of course, that's until I fine-tune this pullback scan. But if you look at this scan, if I click on any stock, you can see what they've done since this morning. It's a very good scan. You just have to plan your entry accordingly. But if you want to find the winners on the day, they're going to be in this High Flyer scan. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out here. Appreciate you joining us. And as always, have a very blessed day and God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully no problems. Bye-bye.